What's up, everyone? It's Phen and Miles. We are here for episode 2 of Teen Up Truth. How's it been going
Let's
with
go,
you,
boys,
Miles?
girls. Say it again, brother.
How's it been going?
Dude, it's been going well, man. It's been going well. Been busy. Played golf. I think maybe one time. Went to the range a few times,
Nice.
but yeah, we're doing great. How about yourself?
Dude, I'm doing well. I have been super busy in all areas of my life the past couple weeks. It's been about 2 weeks since we talked in this format, and I had to travel for work, and then we've just been bouncing around all over the place. So just exhausted in every way possible, but life's good. There's
I
nothing
feel
to
you, man.
complain about. So,
Yeah,
um,
life's good, man.
yeah,
God's good. We're actually flying out tomorrow to Maryland to
yeah,
go see my family and be there for Thanksgiving. So that's gonna be an adventure. Two kids in the airport during the holidays. It's
yeah.
gonna be wild, but hopefully I'll get to play my home course
Oh,
that I grew up playing
that's awesome.
in Maryland.
That's super
Yeah,
cool.
it's gorgeous, man.
Are you near Annapolis?
We're like a little over an hour
Oh, okay.
away. Not too bad.
We
Hour and a half away.
we went there 2 summers ago, and that is such a cool place.
Yeah,
We like walked around the Naval Academy and walked around, got crab and everything, and it was awesome.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super cool
it's
place.
awesome, man. My aunt lives there. Her, my uncle, and their kids. We're going there for Thanksgiving, actually. So
Oh,
we'll be in Annapolis on Thanksgiving.
cool.
So yeah, man, we're excited. But long day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm sure. Have you traveled with your kids before?
We have a
Okay.
few
Okay.
times. Only once with Mila since she's only 10 months
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
but Liam a handful of times.
Okay.
And honestly, it's never that bad.
Yeah.
It's never that bad. So it'll be all right. But I'm excited to hang out with the gang tonight, talk some golf,
Yeah,
talk some
man.
life.
I'm excited for it too. Just to give the listeners an update, we do have some listeners, which is awesome. Awesome to see. I've been watching the analytics. It's cool to see that. But to update those of you who did listen to our first episode, Brett and his wife did have their baby. He did not miss the first episode because of that. He just fell asleep. So, he
Yeah.
was not here because he was sleeping. He got some much deserved rest, but this time he is on baby duty, so he could not make it tonight.
Yeah, their baby is less than like single hand days old.
Yeah,
Less than that.
right. So,
Like as in 2 days old. So
yeah, so congratulations to them. Super excited for them. Hopefully Brett will be here the next one. We'll see, though. We're trying to record every 2 weeks to be on a consistent basis for everybody and get some stuff out there. But let's just jump in now as well. Actually, wait. I wanted to talk about some of the feedback I got and that Miles took to heart, because someone told us that Miles had a bad mic and a bad camera. So you can see he is holding his brand new mic and he's got a new camera. Hopefully you'll be able to hear him a little better.
yeah, hopefully so. It's funny. Yeah, your buddy told you that, and I was like, yeah, that's fair. I went to the YouTube video and watched it for myself, and I was like, man, that's not it.
That,
That is not
that's
it.
not it. Um,
And within minutes, bought bought a better camera,
Dude, it was
bought the
literally
mic. So
minutes. I
hopefully,
texted him and told him the feedback I got from my buddy, and then like he sent me a screenshot of his Amazon order, and he was like, "All right, this isn't happening again." It's like, all right, dedication. I love it.
yeah, yeah. So hey, hopefully I sound better, and look a little more clear. So let's get it.
Yeah, let's get it, man. Tell me about your round. You've played recently. I wanted to get at least 9 holes in before we talk it again, but I was unable to do that. But you did, so let's discuss how'd it go.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know why it was so hard for me to remember. It literally was on Monday, like
Uh,
a few days ago,
okay.
but it was for work. So
Oh.
it was yeah. So it's not necessarily like I didn't play my own ball.
Uh-huh.
It was a fundraising tournament
Sure.
for
Excuse me.
KSU, Kennesaw State's
Mm.
sales program.
Mm.
Um, so it was really fun. 4-man scramble. You know how scrambles are.
Yeah.
I love scrambles, but you never really get into a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
you hit shots that you normally wouldn't try to hit
Right.
just because
Right.
you have a ball in play and you're just trying to rip it.
Right.
So, but it was really fun. First time playing, is it Brookwood Country Club? I hope I didn't.
And
Is it
Woodstock?
Brookstone? I think it's Brookstone.
Yeah, I have the
Ackworth.
16 is the Island Green. Is that the right one?
No, I
Okay.
think it's in Ackworth.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's at Brookstone Country Club.
Mm.
Um, I was just there,
Bridge.
but
Sorry, I'm thinking of Bridge Mill. That's the one I was thinking of.
yeah, Brookstone Golf and Country
Okay.
Club in Ackworth, Georgia.
Nice.
Yeah, cool course.
Mm.
Honestly, since then, have I played golf since then? I've gone to the range a number of times,
Mhm.
gone to the course during lunch. Um, yeah, I can't. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well,
Tragic.
it is tragic. It's getting colder here. The weather is just up and down here in Georgia. We don't ever really have a true winter golf season here, I'd say. But it does get a little harder to play, especially around the holidays. It's just so busy. But I did not play golf, but I did have my first golf lesson today with a actual professional. So that's pretty exciting.
Let's hear it, man. I can tell you're fresh off that lesson, dude.
Dude.
You're still wearing the golf
Yeah,
clothes.
I
You
didn't.
got the hat on.
I thought about showering and stuff, and I was like, nah, if we're recording tonight, I'm not gonna be in like my PJs for the thing. So, I kept it in and wanted to play the parts. But yeah, I went out to see a pro, and I was like pretty nervous. I mean, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anything. I remember texting you and Brett on the way over there, and I have a hand-me-down driver from my friend who is a tennis professional, and he gripped it with a tennis grip. And I was like, do you think this guy's going to make fun of me for this tennis grip that I have on my driver? He did not, because I didn't pull the driver out, so he didn't even see it.
By the way, guys, like, he was not lying. I saw it in person, and I did a double take. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
is this like a tennis
it is.
grip? Like that material? He's like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it literally says like Wilson, like the Wilson. I mean Wilson golf balls, but like, it is a Wilson tennis grip that is wrapped around the end of the driver shaft.
Yeah. It literally feels as if you're holding a tennis racket.
Yeah, I don't really like it, but I am too lazy to regrip it. So I mean, one of these days I will. Hopefully, when I just get a new driver. But anyways, we'll jump into this lesson. It was an hour long, and I got up there. He said, "Are you warm?" And I said, "No." He said, "All right, we'll just take a few swings."
Real quick, indoor, outdoor?
It was indoor. Well, I mean, it was in a bay, and we were hitting out into the range.
Okay.
But I was
gotcha.
hitting off mats. And he said, like, this is my first one ever. He asked, he's like, have you ever had a lesson before? I was like, no, this is my first one. My father-in-law recommended him. So I just went, and my first ball, I just topped. I pulled out a 52, my brand new 52 degree, and I just like topped it. And I was like, well, that's a good way to start. But he said, like, after a few ones, I didn't hit a good one for a while. And he was like, like, you actually have a pretty good base. Like, your backswing's great. I can get to the top of my backswing pretty well. But I don't have any rotation in my back hip. So that's really what we were working on, is getting like my pelvis moved backwards and my weight shifted that way. And then we worked on getting width in my arms, because I apparently have a tendency to like, my arm's straight, but I really pull it back, and so my right arm gets pinned down, and it's keeping me from having my hands in front of the ball at impact. So, getting the shaft lean that everybody wants.
Just getting some compression.
Yeah. So those are the things I'm working on now. I'm going to be staring at myself in a mirror quite a bit here, just like shifting my weight. And then when I have a club, just trying to get like my arms away from my body in my backswing. So going to be working on that.
All right. So real quick. So I have so many questions, but just to clarify. So he gave you like three
Mm-hmm.
things to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Number one was basically just getting your body a little more into it, rotating,
Yeah.
rotating your pelvis, rotating the hips out to like off the ball a little bit,
Yeah.
right? To the right. Getting your hands a little wider.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the third one?
The third one is it's not so much he doesn't really want me to focus on this because I mean, getting shaft lean is like the holy grail that everyone talks about, and he's like, like you can work on it a little bit, but like don't go down the wormhole just yet.
Right.
So he just gave me a few drills to do as a warm up when if I'm warming up at the range or warming up before a round. He said, go ahead and put yourself in a position where you have shaft lean and start there, and then take a half swing and then try to like feel yourself getting back into that position. Then once you've done that a few times, then start in a normal position and go back half, and then try to just feel yourself creating that lag and compressing the ball.
Yeah, that's a good drill.
Yeah. So I'm going to be working on that. And then when I got home, I have the birdie balls, and I was just sitting there just really practicing, like trying to get my arms like way out there. And it feels so weird, man. But looking at it on camera, it doesn't look the way it feels.
It probably just looks textbook.
Yeah. But it feels so weird. But man, I was hitting, I have a tendency to hit it thin, and I was hitting him thin at the thing. And he was like, how often do you hit those thin shots? And I was like, more often than not. And he's like, yeah. So we walked through it. And then hitting the birdie balls tonight after work in my driveway. And I was really, I don't know if I was compressing them, but I was making much better contact. So I'm just going to stick with those three things. I can already feel myself like wanting to like figure out some other stuff. Like he was like, my tendency is to hit the ball off the toe. Like almost every single one I hit was on the toe. And so he's like, we can work on that later. But like, I like already am like, what? I can fix it. How can I do it? And so, but I don't need to do that. I just need to just work on the three things he gave me and take it slow and go back to him in like a month or two and go from there.
Yeah, dude. First off, that's sick. It's cool that you've officially had your first golf lesson.
Yeah.
Someone's looked at your swing, gave you some tangible feedback, and it's a good feeling, isn't it? Like it's really hard, and it's definitely growing pains to try to like get into the habit of those feels.
Yeah.
But it just feels so good in golf, or just in anything in life, when you have something that you can work on that you know is going to get you better. Like that's a good feeling. So that's sweet, dude. Did you like him?
Yeah. I mean, he's been doing it for 30 years. He's worked with a few people. I don't know if they're still on tour, but he's worked with people who have played in mini tours, a lot of college athletes, and some people who have been on tour. So he really knows what he's doing. Kind of expensive, but like I said, winter golf probably won't be playing a ton right now. So in these months, like going into a shed and hitting out into a range, but like, during the winter, and just being able to do that, do some things at home, do a lot of air drills, practice swings. And then I'm just working with the stack as well. I told him that, and he's like, oh yeah, that's going to be great. Definitely going to get some distance with that. So super cool. I mean, everything that I was talking to him about, he was like on board with. And I told him my big goal. I was like, it's kind of lofty, but like, I'm a 23 handicap right now, and I want to be sub 10 by this time next year. And he's like, oh, that's easy. We can, like, he's like, with your athletic base and where you're at right now, I don't, if you practice what I tell you and you actually keep your score correctly, and I mean, everything, like, you could have a legit sub 10 handicap by this time next year. So that was exciting to hear as well.
Come on, baby. That's hope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super hopeful, man.
Yeah.
That's great. Did he like start off with how you grip the club, your stance, ball position, any of that yet? Or he was
No.
probably just kind of seeing what he's working with and giving you some.
That's exactly what he just said. Take a few swings, and like then we'll start talking about stuff. Like we just went into where I was at and that's what we're working with right now. So
Yeah.
I asked him about some grip stuff. I was like, for a little while, I was taking a stronger grip, but I kind of switched back to a neutral grip because pride. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just like feel like I should have a neutral grip, but
Right.
he was like, like people always talk about the quick fixes, and your grip is always one of the things people are like, oh, if you're slicing the ball, just change your grip, put it in a different position in your stance, blah, 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 blah. But like, there's no such thing as a quick fix. So yeah, he just said like, just take some swings for me. Let's see what we're working with. And then I walked away with those 3 things that I'm going to work on, and
Perfect.
see where I get to with that.
Yeah. Awesome, man. How long was the lesson?
It was an hour long. When I left, I was kind of like, I don't know if I just got scammed. We didn't really do much. I probably only hit like 15 to 20 balls. I mean, I got some TrackMan videos and things like that, and he drew lines on my body and compared me to some tour players and things like that. But then, like, I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, and after hitting some birdie balls in my driveway, and just like thinking about all the things he said, like I mean, it's still hard to tell. I only did it one time, but like I'm really enjoying the process. Like where I am right now, it's been 8 hours, 9 hours since the lesson, so like I'm feeling good about it at this time.
Come on, dude. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
That's sick. By the way, to everyone listening, you mentioned birdie balls in your driveway.
Yeah.
I have to say this. This is so funny to me. Does your wife not kill you that you hit birdie balls on the grass and you're taking divots in your yard?
Dude, I don't think she cares about that. She's actually more concerned about me hitting the house, which I do often. And I've only hit a window one time, and that was bad.
Do you have a window on that side of the house?
Yeah, there's a bedroom window there.
Gotcha. So it's definitely possible.
I have hit it once. I have dented the gutter, the downspout. So, but hopefully these lessons help me not do that as often. I do have a net that I can hit into, but I don't have a launch monitor or anything that would like tells me direction. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
and
with birdie balls, you got to see the flight. That's the whole point of those bad boys.
They're great. They're awesome. So there's that. And with the net, I have accidentally skied a few balls over the net and hit 2 separate roofs in
real golf ball
with a real golf ball.
Real golf.
Yeah. So that probably won't happen again for a while.
Yeah. That reminds me, I actually have birdie balls at my parents' house in Maryland.
Oh, you should bring them home.
I guarantee you my dad does not use those.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to cop them and bring them back to here because I have space in the yard to use those now. So
for sure.
That'd be sick.
Dude, I love my birdie balls. I got 25 for Christmas 2 years ago, and I officially lost them all as of 2 months ago. But I just got another 12 for my birthday. So we're back in action, boys.
Back in action, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love it. I mean, the golf course is 5 minutes. I mean, honestly, like, the golf course is 7 minutes away from my house, maybe less than that. By the time you get in the truck, you get out, you go to the pro shop, you get the range token, you get the balls, go to the range, you take your first swing. It's been like 25 minutes, right?
Yeah,
So
that's great.
Having the birdie balls for like a quick walk to the backyard and hit some balls, you can't beat that. So
yeah, I mean, I don't even I don't have a range that close.
Birdie balls, by the way.
Oh, not yet. Birdie
wink.
ball. If you want to sponsor us, we can definitely talk about that. But
I haven't seen them sponsor anybody like on the content creator scene. So
yeah, first ones. Teeing up truth.
There's got to be a first.
Exactly. We would love to be the first.
Yeah.
But I don't live close to a range, and I mean, you have a membership that includes range balls, right? Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. If I go, I mean, it's like I think it's $12 for 80 balls, and like that can get it.
Range balls are kind of
Dude,
expensive,
I
man.
know, man. Um,
You know who has the most expensive range balls?
hmm,
And I can't stand when I used to go there and pay for them.
who?
Legacy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I haven't been to
I'm
Legacy in
pretty
so
sure.
long.
I don't know if there's anyone that's listening that's in the area, but Legacy, granted, the range is pretty cool and it's always packed.
Yep.
It's such a wide range. There's so many spots
Hmm.
and it's always packed. Yeah, they have one of those automated ones where you just, the
Oh,
credit card thing's right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
But dude, last time I was there, it was like dummy expensive. I was like, because I used to go to City Club Marriott all the time,
yeah.
and there it's like I don't know, $7-8 for a
Hmm.
medium bucket. There I think it was at least 12
Yeah, it's
for a medium bucket.
it's ridiculous.
And then a large was like $16 or something like
Yeah,
that.
but I
It was
feel like
insane.
Legacy is not really where golfers go. It's where just like people just go to just whack balls, you know?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I mean, yeah, it's a ton of
yeah,
guys in between the ages of like 16 and 30.
yeah, right. Did Brett and I tell you the story? We went there when I was in high school, like just learning to play golf, and
No,
oh yeah, so we were there, and they have like that little chipping area, um,
yeah,
and
right in front of the parking lot.
yes, yes, right in front of the parking lot. So
In
Brett,
between the parking lot and the range. Like it's tight.
yeah, Brett was like, "Hey, let's play a game. Let's like do like closer to the pen challenges." And I was like, "Okay, sure, no problem." And so he hits a flop shot like over this mound onto the green, and I was like, "All right, no problem, dude." I just bladed this ball into the parking lot, and it bounced and nailed this dude's Jeep. And
Bro,
there's a correlation between me and hitting objects with golf balls. So
the courage you had to attempt a flop shot with a parking lot beyond the green is insane.
I was like
I'd be scared to do
I was
that.
like 14 or 15, and I had no idea like anything about golf at that point. Like
Yeah,
so. It was dumb. I mean, I was a teenager, and so, but I just went for it.
that's hilarious.
And
He didn't. The guy was probably on the range and never saw
no,
it,
no,
right?
he was there, and it just like hit like the plastic part of his car and didn't do anything. I mean, he acted like all tough and whatnot, but then like he walked away. So it definitely could have been worse than it was. But I still hit a car at that driving range.
That's
So
hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that range, the whole facility is just tight.
I usually go to Marietta driving range, and they have. I like to hit off the grass when I can. They have a grass area,
Yep.
and so I do. But they also have some buckets that you can pour your balls into, and it like feeds the ball up on a tee for you. Um,
That's
yeah,
sick.
it's pretty cool. Um,
This range is in Marietta.
yeah,
I have never been there.
dude, it's like down like you would never know it's there. It's off the loop, and then you like go down this really weird kind of sketchy road, and you're just driving, and you're like, where am I going? And then all of a sudden it just opens up into this driving range.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's pretty cool. I try to go there, but I mean, like, I spend at least, it's either $8 or $12 when I go, which I can probably do now because the pro was like, you don't need to hit a lot of balls. You should rehearse your swing more than you hit. And he's like, Tiger was the most dedicated of all, and he would take 30 to 40 balls, and it would take him 2 hours at the range. And I mean, I'm obviously not Tiger, but like if you want to be good, you need to be diligent in what you're doing, is the point he was trying to make. So,
Dude, 100%. I made a TikTok about this, about like just practicing with intention.
yeah,
Most people are just get their bucket of balls and they may have a target, but there's no like the only thing they have is a target.
Right.
They're just hitting at it.
Right.
And that's bang, 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 bang. And no, like I'm a big fan of taking your time, doing a pre-shot routine,
Mm-hmm.
treating it like you're actually on the golf course.
Right. You
Um,
play holes at the
that's
range, don't you?
yeah, not not all the time, but it's
Mm.
a great drill.
Right.
Like if I have if I'm at the end of a range bucket and I have, a dozen golf balls
Mm-hmm.
left, yeah, I'll legit play like the first three holes of a golf course
Yeah.
in my head visually
Right.
on the range.
Right.
Um, you literally you think of the hole you're going to play. Think of the first hole. Think of the tee shot. Is it straight away? Is it dog leg right, dog leg left? What club do you normally have to hit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a driver or not? And you take that club, you using markers on the range, you
Mm-hmm.
create, that fairway per se.
Right.
Go through a pre-shot routine and see if you execute it.
Right.
Great way to get some real feedback and get some true intentional practice in.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
big fan of that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna try to
Same
do.
thing with the approach shot. It's fun.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to do things like that. I mean, my father-in-law is a member at a country club not too far from my house, and so if he's there, I can go with him and hit free balls. So I'll try to do that more often too. Um, he called me immediately after my lesson. He was like, "How'd it go?" And I was like, "Oh, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
We're talking about it. He's like, "All right." So I don't want to rat him out, but he was like, "We're at the same place where he gave me the same drills that he gave you. It just took me 2 years to get to where you are," which also made me feel pretty good. But he shoots in the high 70s, low 80s all the time, and I'm shooting in the mid to high 90s, hundreds sometimes. So he's definitely way ahead of where I am. But I still felt good that
Yeah.
like instruction wise, I have a good base. I just need to put it all together now. So
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Just gonna take your time, go through the growing pains, and try to
mm-hmm.
get those habits in there, and then you'll be looking good, and then you'll go into the next thing.
Yeah,
And then golf is so crazy. This is just like your swing.
yeah,
What's more important is the day you guys have a chipping drill, or not a chipping drill, sorry, a chipping lesson,
yeah,
a putting lesson.
yeah.
Like, yeah, that's when you really get into the nitty gritty.
Oh yeah,
But
dude.
I'm pumped for you, man. Good for
I'm
you.
excited
I
too.
have not had a lesson since high school, so I'm probably due for a lesson.
Dude, you totally should. I'd love to hear about your lesson compared to like mine. So yeah,
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Yeah, I used to get lessons like literally once a week. Not all the time, but there'd be phases before
mm-hmm.
golf season or mid golf season. Always went to the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember the price of how much lessons were back then and how much they are probably nowadays. I think my dad paid him like 40. It was maybe $40 a lesson at the time for like an hour.
Dude.
Or I know it's a lot more expensive than that now,
Yeah.
depending on who you go to.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the last time I've had formal lessons. And the last lesson I ever had from him,
Mm-hmm.
ever, you told I was like literally a week from coming down to Georgia to go to college from Maryland. He
Mm-hmm.
said, "All right, Miles, you get down there. 2 rules for you if you want to actually do well and
Yeah.
play really well and be focused. Don't get a girlfriend. Don't join a fraternity."
You too.
Literally, like the conversation we had before I left.
Yeah.
The last lesson I ever had with him.
And he's disappointed in
I
you.
joined a fraternity. Joined a fraternity. Got a girlfriend. And yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Definitely could have practiced and grinded a lot more in college than I did.
That's
So,
okay. You are where you are now because of the decisions you've made,
Yeah.
and wouldn't want to be anywhere else, right?
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. But it's funny looking back on that. I did the 2 things that he said not to do,
The exact 2 things he said not to do.
but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I do wish I had started playing golf sooner. I don't know if I could have ever been competitive, but yeah, I wouldn't want to change my life, but if I could, that would be one of the things I would actually like. You know what? Yeah, I would have rather played golf than baseball.
Yeah, but I'm sure you have some really like memories you'll never forget, like with your teammates, with the boys.
Yeah.
Like see, vice versa. I've only ever played. Well, I played basketball up through middle school,
Hmm.
and then in high school, I decided to just only golf, and I stopped playing basketball
Yeah.
competitively, like on a team.
Hmm.
But yeah, sometimes I wish I would have also played a team sport because team sports seem like they're super fun.
They're
Hanging
fun.
out with the
You learn a
boys.
lot
And
of
like,
stuff too, just like how to interact with people and whatnot. There's value in it all, but golf's a lifetime sport. I've talked to people. It's like, hey, would you ever want to play? Like, go find a pickup baseball league, and like, then I thought about it. And I was like, no, I don't want to play against like dudes who pitched in college and didn't go pro, but they're still throwing like 90 miles an hour. As that, I have no interest in that. None whatsoever. Uh,
yeah. And then everyone's going super hard. You
Yeah.
break an ankle,
yeah,
and
right.
then you can't play golf.
Then you can't play golf. So
And then we're down bad. So,
yeah. All right.
but yeah, man, high school golf, high school sports in general, so fun though. So many fun memories. College, of course, too, but there's some funny stories from high school golf back in the day.
Because you played in a team format, like in high school and in college.
Yeah, in high school, it was a team format. It was. I'm not sure how high schools do it nowadays. I think it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
But say the high school team had 12 guys on it. Well, for actual matches, coaches would rank their top 6 players, and only this top 6 scores actually count. And the way that it worked was you were either 1 through 6, and you played in foursomes, so 2 from your team, 2 from their team. So ones and twos played together, threes and fours, 5 and 6s, and then everyone played 9 holes for matches, and then you would add up the 4 best scores.
Okay. And it was, each individual score. You weren't playing like match players, like stroke play, like
Yep.
yeah.
Each individual score.
Okay.
So, I shoot 36. My friend shoots 36, and then 3 and 4 shoot whatever. We add up those lowest 4 scores against their lowest 4 scores, and
Gotcha.
see who wins. And that's how the matches were. It was different, of course. Like there was county tournament, like the county tournament, state. That was individual. It was individual and team, but that's when you played 18 holes, and
Nice.
yeah.
That's cool. That's super cool. Did you see that the World Handicap Association just like lowered the requirements for how long a course needs to be for things to count towards your handicap?
I have not
I saw it on Instagram the other
heard
day.
that.
It was like crazy. Like a 1,500-yard course can like count towards your handicap now.
1,500 yards.
I'm gonna look it
total?
up. I'm looking it up now. But
Yeah, because golf courses are like, like from the blues, average is probably like 6,200.
that's what
maybe,
I thought. I was like, what? Like that seems really low. It was
6,000.
yeah.
You know what's crazy? I've never actually kept a legitimate handicap since college. Like I think the last time was in high school when I actually used to go like on the legitimate website, not like my golf shot or like 18 birdies app. Like
you're
actually
on Gin?
logged my. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I started doing that this year. It was a goal of mine. It was a New Year's resolution to establish a handicap, and I wanted to try to get it into the teens. That didn't happen. I guess there's still time, but I'm sitting at 23.
Yeah.
So
You can have one good round, man. Shoot 18 over.
yeah, that'd be crazy.
19's in the teens.
That's true.
Shoot 19 over, and
It drops me
do it.
four strokes.
yeah.
What do I need to Google for this? World Handicap Course Ratings, new length
Do you
required.
have to pay for that?
It was like $50 for the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, like, is that even worth? Well, granted, to play in certain tournaments, if you do play tournaments like around
Yeah,
state,
I'm trying
you
to
have to
play
have a
in the
registered
member
handicap.
guest at the country club with my father-in-law next year, and you have to have an established handicap
you got
for
to.
it.
Yeah.
So, okay. World Handicap System has approved a low end limit for courses to be issued a course rating and slope. of 1,500 yards for 18 holes or 750 yards for 9 holes. This is a reduction from the current minimums of 3,000 and 1,500. So they cut it in half.
Interesting, dude. Someone can just like sandbag their handicap, I feel like, at some short courses.
Right.
If they actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a result, more than 600 additional golf courses, mostly par 3 courses, will qualify for a course rating and a slope rating if desired.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that like they can kind of snag some par 3 courses in the mix and get those
Yeah.
to where those count.
Right. Because, like, I mean, I don't know if you've ever played Steel Canyon in Sandy Springs.
I've not.
It's the first golf course I ever played. It has a special place in my heart. It was literally built over the city dump. Yeah. So, like, and it's called Steel Canyon. And if you walk the course, they call it Buns of Steel. Like, dude, it's like straight up and down. Like, you are, like, the golf carts have a hard time getting up some of these hills that you're driving up.
That's wild.
Yeah, they have one par
Is it
5.
considered a nice course?
No. There's one par 5, 2 par 4s, and then the rest are par 3s. Some of the par 3s are kind of long, but, you know, it used to be in high school, we could go play in the summer on a Friday. You can start at 4 o'clock and get a twilight rate for $18 with the cart and play as many holes as you could before it got dark.
Which is actually a long time.
Yeah, right.
Summertime doesn't get dark till like
Yeah.
8:30, almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's 5 hours.
Yeah, so we did do that, and it was awesome. But I mean, you know, now it's like $50 to play, and it's not a good course. like, but it has a special place in my heart. They actually have a cool range. They have top shot tracers there.
Okay.
So
Little innovation.
Yeah.
Got a little fancy.
yeah, it's like a mini Top
investment.
Golf. So, but
The golf course near me has that too.
oh, the one that you're a member of.
Yeah, I've actually never done it before, but
Oh.
they have they built a little, you know,
Like a shed.
it's nicer than a shed, obviously,
right.
but I don't know how many bays there are. Maybe there's 4 or 6 bays in there, and they have top shot tracers. So never done it, but they have it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might do it because I really need to dial in my stock yardages, especially as I'm getting my swing down. If I can get a repeatable swing, I really need to
Right.
figure out how far I hit the ball with every club.
Dude, you know what the dream is? To get some type of monitor,
Oh.
like launch monitor.
Yeah, though another person that would be cool if you wanted to sponsor us, but whatever happens. But
If we need more followers, I understand. We'll get there.
Yeah,
just
right.
be patient.
Absolutely.
Keep an eye on us.
But the Rapsodo, apparently the ML.
I was literally going to say that.
Yeah, the MLM2 Pro or whatever. Apparently it's legit. It's only $600.
For a launch monitor, though,
Yeah.
that's crazy because
Yeah.
everything else, I don't really know the numbers off the top of my head, but I mean, they're a couple $1,000s at least, like
Yeah.
$2,000, $4,000,
Right.
like plus.
I got
easy.
a Garmin R10, I think is what it was. And it's an actual launch monitor, and it worked pretty well for everything up to my 5-iron. Like after 6, it just like I just kept hitting everything 220 yards. I hit my 5-iron like 210, my 4-iron 220, my 3 hybrid 220, my 3-wood 220, and my driver 220 yards. And I was like, this isn't right. Like, so
Yeah.
but
It's
people
kind of maxed out.
right. People say the MLM2 Pro, I think that's what it's called, does well. And the Divot dudes walk up to people on the range with theirs and like be like, "Hey, are you lying or not?" And they test people on the range with their.
I've seen
Oh,
those.
you've seen them?
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they do not carry the distance that they think they
Yeah.
do.
It is the MLM2 Pro.
That's crickets, by the way.
Crickets.
That'd be awkward.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, that'd be awkward. What would you say if they walked up to you in the range, like, "Hey, man, how
Uh,
far can you hit the ball?"
250.
And they do it off carry, right? They don't do it off total
Yeah,
yardage,
they
do
do it
they?
off carry.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I don't even know what my carry yardage is.
Well, also, like, I mean, you're using range balls. Like, they're supposed to be flight reduced. So, I mean, I don't know what it is, but they interviewed this one guy, and he was like, 275, whatever. And they're like, oh, okay, like, whatever. This dude hit it like 300 yards carry. And I was like, bro, you guys got scammed. You just got hustled.
Yeah. Finally, someone actually like beat what they said. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for that guy.
Uh,
Sweet, man.
mhm.
Well, yeah, that would be awesome. Imagine like how dialed you could be.
Yeah.
You could just sit in your garage or sit somewhere with a net and just
Right.
dial in the yardages.
Right. Absolutely. And it comes with,
how
so
you get
you
the
pay
club.
$600, $700 for the MLM2, and you get a year of, I think it's like E60 or I don't know. It's some,
Bridgestone.
yes, yeah, something like that. And so you get the simulators, like, so you can play a bunch of simulated courses for a year. It's like, I think it's $200 a year if you wanted it. But basically, buying the launch monitor from Rapsodo, you get a 2 year or a 2 year subscription with it, so you can play virtual
That's
courses as well.
Yeah.
So
Dude, if I had that set up,
Yeah.
I would do that. I would play 9 holes. I'd play Pebble Beach every single night
right, exactly.
if that's on there. But yeah,
I
no
think it is.
question.
It probably is. You can play Pebble Beach at Top Golf on their simulators.
Can you actually?
Yeah,
Never
So-
knew that.
yeah.
I always just played like the normal regular games.
Oh yeah, me and my buddies, if we
I'm
go,
gonna look into it. The Rapsodo. I've never actually like Googled it and like gone to their website. I've just seen TikToks about it. But yeah, I'm actually gonna look into it.
yeah, I think it's worth the money. My father-in-law has a Flight Scope Mevo Plus, which is a little more expensive.
I think that's one that's at least. Like,
I
the
think
Flight
it's like
Scope. I thought that one was
$2,000.
$4,000.
It might be four.
$2,000.
Um,
Flight Scope.
but that one's pretty accurate. It's really good. And it gives you all the numbers. It's like your swing path, your attack angle, your club face.
Yeah.
So it gives you all the
Flight
things.
Scope Mevo Plus. Where you at, baby? I'm curious how expensive this is. Where you at? Why is it so hard to figure this out?
Bro, come on.
Oh, here we go.
The pro. Oh, the,
$2,000.
okay. But then you have to get like the pro package on top of it, which is another 1,000. It's on sale right now for $799. If you want all the
Yeah.
statistics.
Yeah. Okay. Rapsodo. Hey, we'll look into that.
Yeah, right. I just think of the Chasing Scratch podcast in their first couple of seasons. They're like, "Ping, if you want to sponsor us," like that's where we're at right now. But now those guys are sponsored by like Titleist and Garmin and FootJoy.
Yeah. I saw that video of them getting fit.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So good for them, man.
Yeah, great for them. All right. Well,
Sweet, brother. Well, this is fun.
yeah, it was good. This was a nice little chat. Let's do it again after Thanksgiving. We'll
Yep.
see
No
if-
question about it.
Oh, you're gonna hopefully play your home course, so I'd love to hear about that next time.
Dude, it's so pretty, man. Look up this, dude. After this, if you have time, go to their website. Their website's sick. They have a flyover of every single hole.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can actually see really well like what the course looks like.
Oh, nice.
Look up Worthington Manor Golf Club
Okay, I found
in
it.
Urbana, Maryland.
I got it. So my friend and I, another quick story. My friend and I are, I'm a software engineer, like that's my trade, and he's a designer, and so we're trying to start on the side, a little business to do web development for people, and we both like to play golf, and so we just go look at people's golf websites and be like, man, this thing is bad. I wonder if we could trade a membership for redoing their website. So that's become basically our jokingly business models. Like, we don't need to get paid. We'll just redo your golf's website for a membership.
For free golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, yeah. Look at the website. It's sick. That's the course that I like. That's where I got serious with golf. That course right there. I got it. That was our home course in high school. So
Wow.
home course. I also worked there for 4 years. Actually 5 years, all throughout high school. Even when I came back from college for a summer.
Dude, this place
Lessons
is
there.
nice.
Dude, literally, Steven, in summertime, every single year, I either worked in the morning or the afternoon, and all my friends work. Some of my teammates work there, my friends work there, all golfers,
Yeah.
all like super competitive too. So if we worked the morning shift, we work from 6 a.m. till 1 p.m. We'd have a 1:30 tee time and then play 18. If we worked the afternoon shift, we'd get in morning tee time and play 18 before our shift, and that was every single day.
Dude. The dream.
They've actually made a lot of changes to that course. They took a lot of trees down and kind of opened it up on purpose, though, to make it more of like a links.
I was
style
just about to
course.
say that. Like, I'm looking at the pictures right now, and it looks more
Yeah,
link
they're going
style.
for like the links style.
Yeah.
It's always been like a link style course, but they actually took a lot of trees down to make it more of that
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
look
it's open.
and that
If you lose a
feel.
ball other than hitting it into that water, then you shouldn't be on the course.
But dude, that course is so hard. They have U.S. Open
really?
qualifiers there
Wow.
every single year. It's a great course, man. A lot of tournaments are held there. It's a really, really, really good course up there. So hopefully I get to play it
Dude, here's okay.
this weekend.
To sign off, this course is awesome. It'd be cool if we got sub 2 handicap and we played in a U.S. Open qualifier together.
Yeah, that'd be sick. One of my goals though is actually to play some competitive golf,
Yeah.
like tournaments,
Definitely.
just to see what I'm made of
Yeah.
and get those juices flowing because
Yeah.
there's nothing like it.
I would love that. Well, that's down the road goal. And soon we need to do a 2v1, me and Brett versus you. So we need to get that in the books.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Yeah, dude, check out the website.
Yep.
Send me a message. Let me know what you think.
I will.
And make sure you're looking at like the flyovers.
Okay, I'll check it out.
I'm pretty sure it's a flyover with audio, like a commentary.
Oh, cool. All right.
Like number one, this far, the tee shots, like it's pretty sick.
Okay. I'll let you know how it is.
All right, bro.
You have a
was
safe
fun, man.
travels tomorrow. This was fun.
Appreciate that. Yep.
Enjoy your weekend at home in Maryland, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk soon. Bye.
And Brett,
Oh, yeah.
we'll see you soon, my
We'll
friend.
see you soon, Brett.
We missed you.
Talk to you later.